Hi everyone, this is Ryan from sonofvin. This is my very first video, so hey, please be kind. Well, today I'm actually going to try something a little unique. These are two wines that really should be about the same. They're both the same varietal, they're both the same vintage, they're even from the same region. But there's something very unique about one of them. First, we've got a store-bought, average white wine to basically compare to. And then we've got this white wine that is only currently available here in California. Obviously they're catering to a very specific audience with this. It is non-alcoholic, but is cannabis infused. Well, we are in 2018 after all, and taboos be damned, so I decided why not give it a shot and see what this is gonna do. I do have a pizza available to cook, so hey, if I get the munchies after this, I don't know. We'll find out. I decided to take the corks out of this wine off camera, save you guys a few minutes because hey, you know, things can always go wrong in that process and I'd hate for that to be recorded on film here. So thankfully this bottle is just a twist off. You know, I went pretty basic on the store wine, so can't really go wrong with the twist off. So here we are. Well, soon as I took the cork out of this cannabis infused wine, which by the way is from a company called Rebel Coast, the Rebel Coast Winery to be exact. It does say there are 20 milligrams of THC in this bottle, about 5 milligrams per serving. So that's like four servings, I guess is what they're saying. Says there is contains less than 0.5% alcohol by volume. So, you know, they're filtering out the alcohol, but obviously you can get all of it out. Well, anyway, as I took the cork out of this wine, I was definitely overwhelmed with an odor of marijuana. I mean, it just off the bat was very strong, very powerful out of this bottle. It was not a Sauvignon Blanc, which, by the way, these are both Sauvignon Blanc. I failed to mention that earlier. Notice this color is very different. This is what a typical, very clear white wine will look like. This is not what a normal white wine will look like. In fact, it actually kind of reminisces me of absinthe after you've thrown your sugar in there and a little water, done your whole little cool tricks. It kind of looks like this. It's kind of murky. It's definitely not your typical white wine look. So I've got my little cool trusty wine tasting book here that I purchased a few months ago to kind of help me write down all of this stuff. But wow, starting with appearances, we're definitely looking at something very different. These are supposed to be the same wines, but obviously one has been altered very strongly to give a different taste and sensation. We've got this first sense of nose we're about to discover here. Wow. There's a sense of, yeah, I really want to be Sauvignon Blanc, but there's something else that's just overwhelming me. I smell like a sense of a beach somewhere and a nice joint. I don't know. There's just that odor overwhelming coming off of this. I actually see little bits of something floating in here, and it's definitely not the cork, so I'm gonna guess these are little bits of marijuana flakes floating around in here. But wow, that sense of smell is just definitely, if you know what that stuff smells like, there you go. You know what, you're gonna smell it right away. And over here, oh yeah, just a quick little sense of Sauvignon Blanc. You know, Dreaming Tree is a nice little label. I did a little research actually. It's a great Sonoma County winemaker named Sean McKenzie. He's partnered up with Dave Matthews of the Dave Matthews Band to create this label. It's obviously very easy to get. I got it at my local grocery store. You know, typically this would represent what you'd expect from a smell of the Sauvignon Blanc. I'm going to start with what I typically expect from a Sauvignon Blanc, just because, you know what, I want to make sure and not ruin this flavoring when I move over to this wine, because I know this one's already looking like it's going to not be what Sauvignon Blanc would be like. So first of all, I'm not spitting, I'm not doing any of that stuff because it's quite gross on camera and I don't think you want to see me do it. Oh yeah, definitely a lot of tart there. Some good acids. We've got plenty of what you typically expect from a Sauvignon Blanc. Some of the more green fruits, things that would be kind of citrusy. All the usual things you would expect. This one, wow, alright guys, well, I don't know, do I have to? Should I get that pizza going or what? I'm definitely a little nervous about what this is going to do to me, especially with this camera rolling. Okay, so next to zero acid, I would say maybe in the process of filtering, they filtered out nearly all the acids out of this, because I get a little bit of a pear, like a pear juice. There's definitely a juice taste to this rather than a wine taste to it. While this still has that very strong, you know, you've got your apples, you've definitely got more of your usual scents here. This one's scent is nearly gone, other than the THC marijuana. I will say this, that the flavoring to me, if you're into your typical very acidic, strong white wines, boom, here you go. This on the other hand, this is a good beach drink, fruity, sitting on the beach, you know, something, I hate to even say this, but you know, a few ice cubes in it, it's not even gonna taste like wine, because this definitely does not taste like wine. I know they mentioned adding a few other things into it, and you know, just like ingredients, you know, first ingredient is water, grape juice concentrate, natural fruit juice, natural flavors. So you know, you've got some other things involved here, so it really doesn't ultimately taste too much like a wine. As far as the comparison goes, blindfold taste testing, I don't think I would even consider this a wine. These are two very unique wines. While they are both white wines, they're both Sauvignon Blancs, they're both from the same vintage, they're both from the same region, they're both the same varietal, obviously, Sauvignon Blanc. They're very two different wines. You know, they don't look anything alike. One is your very typical Sauvignon Blanc, got the acids, got the fruits, got everything you would expect, that tart from a Sauvignon Blanc. This, on the other hand, while it is a Sauvignon Blanc, it is not a typical wine, which I don't think that's what they're going for anyway. I think they're going for something unique. Hey, you know, it's different. It's not really being sold anywhere else. Nobody else, as far as I know, is making this. I know there's a couple others who are launching something soon, or maybe it's already out there. I'm not, you know, an expert, but it does taste entirely different. Well, I hope you enjoyed my video. You know, hey, subscribe. I'm newbie. Who knows? Maybe I'll get better. Maybe I'll get worse. We'll find out. But again, thanks for watching.